Good morning, guys. Hey, Michael. Hey, Combo. You need to do a 500 Raptor. Yeah, the giveaways don't work like that. I think players, they think I just come up with an idea and I can roll with whatever number. You have to get it approved by Pixonic. So if they don't have any more prizes left for the Raptor, I can't give that away. Would Redeemer work on a Curie? Yes, it can work. So we are starting a little bit early here. I do have this comment from Zuming. Okay, so we're going to be taking a look at this hangar. We're going to try to improve on it. And I'll give my thoughts. There is one thing that I can't run though, and that is the Monarch, because I think I accidentally sold the Monarch mothership on this account when I was cleaning up everything. So I'm going to go with, I think, the Thor. Although the mothership doesn't make as big of a difference like most think. It's not like you're charging it up every 5 seconds. Okay, so Zuming's comment. Hey, Adrian, can you rate my team? I am in Master League 2 and it looks like they're struggling. Okay, so we're gonna look at their hangar, their composition, and we're gonna figure out why are they struggling. Just keep in mind everything on this account is maxed out. And I've said before many times, you can have a maxed out hangar, but if you don't understand the game in terms of not only the mechanics, the hangar composition, if you don't understand that part, having a maxed hangar or even having a meta hangar, quotations, does not mean you're going to win. Okay, you got to understand the game first before you kind of go to that argument that everything's pay to win. So we have the Lynx, we've got the Fenrir, Siren, Mender, Seraph, and the Monarch mothership. Okay, so let me just go to this. What is the Titan? Rook, Tonans, and Lance. This is I'm gonna tell you right now, this is gonna be a very challenging hangar. I'll go through the entire hangar first, like each of the robots and stuff, the Titan, and then I'll give you my thoughts on why I think Zuming is struggling. Okay, my initial thoughts and what I expect when I get into some games. This is actually why in some cases I prefer to do Dream Hangars as a live stream, because I'll give you my thoughts on the hangar and the builds before I actually run any games, because that's what I expect from the hangar, and then you can see how things transpire and why I say certain things. And then if you aren't familiar with the series, basically what happens is once I've run a couple of games with the hangar that the viewer has asked, I look at the weaknesses and then I try to figure out how can we strengthen it. By strengthening it, I don't mean changing the robot entirely, unless they ask me to do that. What I do is I look at the actual builds and I try to really optimize it for that hangar. Now that could mean changing out the modules, the pilot skills, possibly the weapons. Okay, so we're going to take a look at that. Drones as well. This one's going to be a very tough one to run. Okay, so let's take a look at the Lynx here. Okay, so the Lynx itself, this build, I have run this before and it was very deadly, but I'm not sure if I would run it with this pilot and that drone. Okay, so we have the Devastator on here. Generally, when I run any kind of Sonic build, and you'll see this, especially if I'm running it on, say, a Ravana with Havoc, I will use double nuclear amps, just because it charges up the Sonic weapon faster. Certain weapons, it takes a while, and these weapons kind of do. I don't know if they've changed that, but I've always kind of done that. I was thinking of going with Advanced Repair or even Phase Shift, but then I was like, you know what? We're going to be encountering a lot of shields, so we'll stick with that. We've got the Haruku drone on here. Not a drone that I would typically use, but we'll get to all of this in the second half. Okay, so we have that. Okay, so while its ability is active, the Lynx activates Quantum Radar, which I guess in the current meta is not bad because there's a lot of stealth. Okay, so we can... I do have Sharpshooter on here. My reasoning behind why I use this is because I'm going to be moving so fast in this bot. And I want to be able to hit the player from that like end of the range, you know, the 200 meters. That's why I have it. When you tried the second time, it said wrong code. Oh, Black Knight, I think for whatever reason, certain offers in the store, like my code only works on some of them. I don't know why. Hi, Ratchet. Okay, so this one here, we have the Fenrir with hammer and mace. I do have 2 repair amps. This I might change. Like if I find that my Fenrir is going down very quickly, I might throw a last stand on here. You know, removing one of these, throwing a last stand. We have the Kestrel drone. Let's see. I'm not sure if this is a drone that I would actually put on my Fenrir. I think using something like a paralysis would probably work better. But again, this is, you know, I'm just going based according to what Zuming had. So those are the skills. This one is going to be a tough one. Okay, so we have a Siren with Glacier and Rhyme. Now, the reason why I say this is going to be really hard to play is because generally when you play the Siren, you're going up in the air. The thing is, I'm going to need to be within 300 meters, which you really don't want to do, I think, with this kind of bot, because it's not a brawler. Okay, so I'm basically going to be playing a fragile bot as a brawler with rockets that have 300 meter range. And the thing is, when you're in the air, rockets can oftentimes be really hard to use. So we're going to be running that. I'm kind of debating, maybe I should use unstable conduit on here, just in case. I don't know if it's going to make any difference. We do have the paralysis on here. So those are the pilot skills. Hi, Wipeout. We have the Mender with Rasdor and Cremola. Okay, so that's the modules. We've got the Persephone drone on here. Maria Leclerc. Respect to the man that... Well, there's a lot of... You know, the thing is, there's a lot of players that they don't know why they're struggling. And I'm just here to help them kind of understand why they're not... Why they're struggling and why they can't, you know, progress in the leagues. Because you won't know that unless someone tells you. So I'm basically going to say why. Yeah, so this is the modules here. We've got the Kestrel. We've got the Jill Summers. Let's see. So after the flight, the Seraph repairs some of its durability. Okay, so those are the skills. This is going to be a really, really tough hangar to run. We've got the Rook with Tonance and Lance. Okay, so we're using range on this thing. Those are my modules. There's the pilot skills. Sarah's already running the wrong pilot. Well, maybe, you know what? Maybe they don't know. Maybe the thing is, you know, there's so many pilots and stuff in the game. You can't really blame the player because, like, I can only imagine, like, a new player starting this game. It's a very complicated game with pilots and, you know, all these other moving parts. You really don't know. And the only way you're going to know is if someone who's experienced shows you what you're doing wrong. That's the whole purpose of this series. Okay, so we've got that. We also have... okay, so here's the thing, as I mentioned. Hold on, let me just go back to the comment. They did mention the Monarch, but I don't have the Monarch because I think I accidentally sold it on this account when I was cleaning up my inventory. In fact, I'm pretty sure I did. Okay, so let's just see what I have here because I'm pretty sure I don't have. Yeah, I don't have it. So we've only got the Avalon, we've got the Mute, the Keel, Roulette, and the Paladin and Frozen Scorn. So what I did was I actually looked at this to see what, you know, you have orbital strikes and stuff with this. Okay, so you have the laser strike. You have an attack and a protection turret thing. So this has attack and protection, and you do get a strike with this, I guess. Thunderstruck. So that's going to be as close to it as I can possibly get. And before I run my games here, I'm gonna comment on why I think this hangar is struggling, and also what are the builds that are the weakest or more likely to be the weakest from, you know, what I'm seeing here. So there's a lot of things that I'm gonna comment on here. So one of the things that I've mentioned before, I'd be very careful of leveling up things like Harpy, Siren, Hawk, Apian, you know, those like flying bots. Not to say that it's bad or anything, you know, or that you should just completely ignore them. The reason why I say that is because you don't want too many of them in your lineup. You running 2, you're running 1 too many, and right now we have 2. So in this situation, I would pick one. You know, whether you want to go with Seraph, whether you want to go with Siren, just pick one, and then the other one you should replace with a tank. Because as you climb closer to Champion League, and you'll start to notice this in Master League as well. So if you're struggling, this is the reason why. You know, a lot of times players tell me, you know, but they want to play that support role, or they want to hang back. You know, that's just their style of play. The thing is, it might be your style of play. The problem when you get to Champion League is that the players are more aggressive. And while you want to play that way, the Champion League players will make you play their way. So if you hang back, what they will do is they will then charge you with their tanks, and there's no way around it. Like, you will have to brawl at close range. So I will be forced to play close range with these whether I want to or not. It's not my choice. It's going to be what my opponent dictates. You know, like if that's the way that they play, I have to be able to counter it. And the bottom line is, I won't be able to counter it with this. The other thing too that I look at for composition is I look at how much range they have. Generally, if a player has too much range in their lineup, the chances are they're going to struggle against the stronger players. Now, stronger players, I'm not even talking about MK2 or MK3 or meta equipment. What I'm talking about is they're going to struggle against aggressive players who may have the equivalent in equipment level as them or even weaker. And you actually see this on, you know, my baby account. This is how I'm able to, you know, sometimes even outscore Champion League players with like a fraction of what the hangar that they have. It's because of that aggressive play. So we have, let's see, 1 range, 2 range, which isn't too bad. I think if you're going to do this, then your range needs to have a fast reload, and it has to have good burst damage, which this has. So it's not too bad. Like, this is your range. So that's what I look at. And then I start looking at how many tanks. So the reason why I look at tanks is when I first started playing this game, I used to constantly get spawn raided. You know, like not only by squads, but just by players alone. They would get into my spawn. They would wipe my bot out. I would spawn in again. I would get wiped out again. And it would just go over and over again. And the reason why that happened was because I didn't have any tanks to defend. The only tanks that we have here is really the Fenrir and I guess to some degree the Lynx, which I'm going to be running first. So really, this is out of the equation. So we really only have that Fenrir in order to defend. Which means if the enemy is in my spawn and they kill like my Seraph, I might drop in with maybe, I don't know, the Mender or this one, although Mender would not be good because this is range. So this is going to get wiped out completely. This one, I might do some damage, but the bottom line is I'm going to wipe that. So essentially, I've lost 3 bots straight off the bat if they get into my spawn. Or if they even get a home beacon, because if they spawn there, then I'm going to be in trouble. Which means I only have this one. Now, I could spawn my tank in to try to defend, but if they kill this, then I would have lost my Fenrir, and then all 3 of these would go down very quickly. So I'm just telling you what the potential, what could happen. I don't know if it's going to happen in the games I play, but I'm just warning before I actually play. Hey, Aaron. Okay, so that's kind of like the weakness that I would do, and also, or you know, that I'm kind of identifying here. The Siren, you really want to run range because it's not a brawler. Generally, if it's on the fragile side, you want to kind of keep your distance. So kind of like what they've done with the Mender. This Rook is going to have a very hard time. So these weapons, they don't have it. You know, once you fire them, it takes a while to fire the next shot. The other thing too is you're using it on a Rook, which is basically a brawler Titan. In order to make the best use of the Rook, you really want to run close range, which we don't have. So I mean, it may not be their fault. Maybe they don't have the weapons for it. But I think even running the default might even be better than what we have here, to be honest. Yeah, you know, like if you have Evora, Veyron, Mahavajra, Vajra, those are the weapons you want to stick with for this. But we're gonna run some games, and you guys will see what happens based on what I've told you. Again, I haven't really gone in and run any games yet. Okay, so before I do that, this is the comment. What happened to the Inferno giveaway? The winners are going to be announced tomorrow. I actually still have to choose the winners. That's why I'm doing a live stream as well for the Dream Hangars, because I still have to pick the winners. And I'm actually hoping for another giveaway tomorrow. So I'm going to announce the winners, then another giveaway. I have to kind of ramp things up because I have a lot of giveaways to get through. Also, no spamming, please, because I noticed you mentioned it multiple times. I will see your comment. The thing is, when a viewer spams, I tend to ignore them or just put them on timeout. Okay, so hold on, let me just go back here. Also, guys, don't forget, if you enjoy the live stream or the Dream Hangar series, make sure to leave a thumbs up. Hey, well, okay, wait, hold on a second. We've got quite a bit of range. I might have to play Domination here. That's definitely not a Beacon Rush hangar. Although, you know, I could try to play that if you guys want. But it's probably going to go downhill real fast. 120 watching and only 60 likes. Yeah. Okay. Jeez. We're going to use some range here first. So generally what I do is when I have a lot of range, I try to get that out of my hangar as quickly as possible. That means getting my damage in. This is why quite often you will see me on the range builds. I run 2 nuclear amps to amp up that damage quickly so that I can get that damage and then transition out of that bot as quickly as possible. So remember what I said about the aggressive play? This is what I mean. You notice how I'm falling back? It's because I actually have no choice. Because now I can't push. Notice what my team's doing. They're all falling back as well. Again, I can't defend against this kind of attack. I'm gonna have to just move forward. I don't know what to do here. I'm just trying to see if I can get this this beacon. Okay, I'm down to my last stand. Got a kill there. Okay, we got a triple kill, not too bad. I'm gonna have to drop in with my Mender next. I need to get this range out of this lineup. So you notice like how we have one beacon here. I should have actually used my heal there. Ravana. Yeah, I can't really do much against this. Gonna have to fall down. This guy's gonna kill me. I'm surprised I've survived this long, to be honest. Whew, we're getting smoked. Trying to take out that crisis. They got their Titans out already. Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna drop in with my Titan because now it's a Titans game. There's one problem. If they bum rush me, I can't defend against that because I'm in a Rook with range. So I want you to take a look at what's actually happening in this game. Do you notice how like my beacon bar is less than half and they almost have, I don't want to say full beacon bar, that's like about what, 90%? You really want to be able to have your beacon bars balanced at this point. The thing is, I can't push. So if I can't push, I'm giving them positioning on the map. Yep. Yeah, I have no choice. I have to push. But the thing is, I'm using range weapons to fight close range. That's not going to work. Well, that goes down. Just remember, everything in this hangar is maxed out. This is why I tell players, you know, you can say it's pay to win, but am I winning? We've got everything maxed out. And it's not because I don't have the meta. Yeah, I am totally dead here. We're gonna get cooked. So basically everything I said would happen before I played a game happened in this game. Now keep in mind, we scored that whole game. We scored 3.1 million damage, 5 kills, 1 beacon. The team's too passive. No, I don't think it's too passive. They probably had, I didn't check their hangars, but they probably had hangars similar to mine. The only thing is to counterattack. But the thing is, I'm trying to counterattack with builds that are not brawlers. I'm going to go down fast. This is why Zuming is struggling. We're going to see how we're going to play this one now. Yeah, so I'm going to have to drop in with my range first, get my range out of this lineup. Okay, so this might be even worse because now we're going up against a squad. So now squad players tend to be, not used to, but they play more aggressively. So now you're going to see that aggressive play, whether it be archers, they're going to push your beacons very aggressively. You're going to notice, you see how my team is scared? So they're moving around this way because they notice there's a lot of red players over here. I'm going to try to hit this guy, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to get cooked. Yep. So watch that aggressive play. Do you see how they're playing? Again, this is not... I can choose how I want to play, but how is that going to work when your opponent is playing aggressive like this? So let's do this. I need to get out. Notice what my team is. We're now in our spawn. Again, this is not because we're going up against a squad. This is because we're going up against Champion League players. Champion League players are aggressive by nature. And they're aggressive by nature because they know that that's how the weak players, they fear that kind of gameplay and they will back up. Yep, I'm just going to get totally cooked here. And on top of that, they have meta equipment, which isn't going to make things easier here. Oh. I don't have enough firepower because I got to wait until my weapons charge up, which is another thing. This is why I tell you to run close range builds. What I'm basically doing is I'm dropping in the bots that are the weakest Maybe we'll get him down to that last 10. So remember what I said? When they get into your spawn, if you don't have any tanks, look what's happening here. Go back into flight. They're in my spawn. I don't have enough rockets because remember I fired all my rockets. So now I'm firing 1 or 2. Not enough sustained damage, and there we go. So now the thing is I'm going to drop the next couple of bots, and it's going to be instant death. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to give you this information so that you guys can change your hangar and you can actually fight back. It's not about having the latest or the newest equipment. It's about having the right composition. So yeah. Let's see what my team had, because if they have a lot of range, that would explain why they couldn't fight back. Range. This one's not a really good build because this is not sustained damage, so that's probably why he's struggling too. Yeah, let me just take a look at what these guys have here in their hangar. Range, range, range. Although this you could technically run, like I have run this build before. Range, range, range. He has 3 range on there. If you've got range, you're more likely to hang back because you're playing the strength of your hangar. Range, 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 range. So do you see why? You see why, guys? And the only way that you're gonna change... Jesus, he's got range, range, range. Yeah, that explains the reason why. So even before we face this squad, I would have been able to tell you whether we would have won or not, just based on my team's hangar. Because their hangar composition tells me how experienced they are as a player. When I used to recruit for Vox, so the clan that I used to play with before, when I used to recruit, if a recruit came to our clan asking to join, I would look at their hangar and I'd be able to tell whether they were aggressive play or not. If they had too much range in their lineup, it's immediate no from me. I don't need to see how they play because I know just based on their hangar whether they're a strong player or not. Even if they were fully maxed out, it had nothing to do with them being maxed out, but just their composition. But remember, I can sit back. One problem, this guy's pushing. Okay, so we might actually lose that too, I think. Let's see. Oh, this drone is kind of healing. Not really, actually. He's backed all the way up because he's got range. Hold on, dude. Oh, man, I couldn't... Oh, not quick enough. Okay, how are we going to do this here? Trying to get their camper back there. I know there's a guy in front of me, but if I can get... Jeez, I can't kill him. Yep, I'm gonna get smoked. Gonna be interesting the second half of this stream, how I managed to transform this hangar just by changing the build. Okay, well, you know what? We got 3. Come on, teleport. Teleport. Got him. Waiting for him to teleport because I needed to use the shield breaker on him. Yep, he's gonna push. I'm in trouble. I'm so... Whoa! Well. Wait. Am I seriously locked here? I can't move. Can I get close enough? I'm trying to get him. That's his last stand. Let's go this way. Nope. Okay, gonna drop in with this. I think I'm gonna get cooked by this guy. He's got the Tesla, right? Maybe not. I think what I might do with this this particular build, I may actually throw a last stand on here, just to make it a little bit stronger. I hit him with the orbital strike. He's trying to get out of there. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Yeah, I think having a last stand on here would help a lot. I'm trying to avoid using that rook because I can't really push with it. Ooh, we gave up a lot of beacons there. But we are leading on the beacon bar. I'm gonna have to push this beacon of theirs. There's not many red players over there, and I think that's probably the what I want to do. Uh-oh. I've got to go after this guy. That's a Pathfinder. Wait for my Devastator weapons. Almost got him. Almost. We might actually end up winning this. This build that I have is so bad on here. I'm trying to avoid using this rook. You know, I think actually having just the having retaliators on here is better. I don't have enough firepower to kill him. There we go. But I had the help of my teammates. I got a triple kill. He might have another bot actually. Oof. Man, after all that, only 5.6 million? Jeez. That's rough. That is rough. Okay, so I think that is pretty much what I will say about this hangar. We're gonna go in. I don't know if you guys want me to play another game with this before I optimize it. Build works fine with the Pascal. Which one? This one? No, I won't use... I mean, I can use a Pascal if you want, just to optimize things a little bit further, but I don't have to use it. Hey, Josh. Yeah, so this stream's going to be a little bit shorter because I do need to kind of get back to like picking the winners for tomorrow's, well, for the Inferno giveaway, and then also there's going to be another giveaway tomorrow for something else. One more. Okay, we'll play one. You know what? Let's play a Beacon Rush because this way we can kind of get a feel for how it performs Beacon Rush too. I'm gonna have to go for beacons first. This is gonna be tough. I always get the really bad spawn on this map. Hi, Pickle. Guys are pushing pretty aggressively here. I gotta be careful of this one. There's a guy to my right flank that I'm kind of worried about because I think he's gonna push the farm. Is he pushing the farm? He is. I had to choose quickly which I was going to use to defend. This is why you need your tanks, so you can hold those beacons down. He's going to use his ability here. This is where your tanks come in. This is why you have the tanks. It's going to take him a while to kill me. There we go. That's an ultimate Fenrir too, this guy here in front of me. My teammates need to get on that beacon. There's 3 guys there and none of them dropped in. Yep, we're cooked. I can't stop him. I don't have enough sustained damage. I'm gonna have to go for someone else here. I don't know why my teammates didn't get on. The one guy's in a Curie, right? He's in a Curie. He could have gone on that beacon. Well, so much for that. I'm not going to be able to kill this guy. Hopefully he doesn't see me so I can get onto this beacon here. Orbital strike, orbital strike. Come on guys, help me out. This is painful. These weapons are so bad. Funny thing is I actually got a kill with it. Force him to use that ability of his. I think they're gonna drop in over here. Doesn't really do that much damage, these weapons. He's gonna drop in over here by me too. Just trying to get the beacons to run their beacon bar down quickly. It's the only way I can win. Dude, I'm just scratching his paint. This guy's literally taking on 2 titans. Trying to spread the damage across my shields here. Still couldn't kill him, jeez. That's an interesting Rook build. Yeah, if you... these aren't builds that I would run personally. Okay, so before I go in and I start to tweak this hangar, this is why I'm running this hangar. This is Dream Hangars. If you aren't familiar with the series, basically viewers such as you guys submit their Dream Hangars. And what I do is I go in and I rebuild it basically using max level equipment. And once I've done that, I will run a couple of games, and then I usually showcase, if I'm doing the video format, showcase the best game that I could get, you know, with the hangar that you gave me. And then I will go in and start to make tweaks to it to try to improve it. And then I will run another group of games and then show you the best of the lot. Okay, so that's generally how I do things. When I change things, I don't mean change the robot. I keep the robot as is. What I try to do is I go in and I change the builds to make it more effective. The Rook build is it's very, very bad. Okay, so I just go here so we can take a look at. So the first thing I said is we've got too much range. The thing is I'm going to have to stick with range. I think what I might do is I might change the Mender as well. Definitely not very effective. I'm going to run bendy bullets on the Siren. We'll keep this as... I think I'm going to have to change the pilot though. Okay, let's see if we can try to improve this this hangar here. Because I've often said, you know, a lot of times players tell me, you know, game's pay to win. The game's pay to win if you know and understand, you know, how the game works. The problem is not many actually know that. And if they did, the majority of the games that I play, I wouldn't have issues with my team pushing and stuff. And you can always tell from the hangars, they got way too much range. So we're gonna try to... So what I've done was I've actually got bendy bullets on here because remember what I said, you don't want to really play this as a close range bot. It's very fragile. It's not a brawler by any means. And it can't hold on beacons, so that's why I'm changing things with that. Okay. You know what? I think I'm going to use paralysis on here too. Because we're going to have to play the whole range, the range. Maybe I can lock them down with the Seraph's ability. This pilot I'm going to change. Hopefully I don't go past it. Yeah, I've got so many pilots. Siren, Harpy, Raptor. This might take a while here. This is why I actually said what Pixonic should do is when you click on a robot, the pilots for that robot show up. And then maybe like the universal. This way, you don't have to keep on scrolling like this. Did I pass that pilot? Siren. Holy jeez, this might take a while. There we go. Accelerates by 25% during flight and flies for a longer duration. So I'm going to use this pilot here instead. Better pilot filtering system. Yeah, because like, first of all, I don't know why they show like all the pilot. When you go here, I know they're labeling things, you know, but what they could have done instead of even doing that, if I click on like, say, the Seraph, it will only show the pilots for the Seraph and then all the universal. So for example, you know, my pilot might show up. There might be, I don't know, the Sam Stone if you happen to have that because you're running Nucleons or something. That's what they should do, because this way, and then players can decide whether they want to have that kind of filtering system or they want to see all pilots, and then they click on the tab for all pilots. This will help players understand like which pilots are for which bots, because it automatically shows up and it like offers that guidance straight away. That's what I would have done. Okay, so this one, oh wait, which, I'm just looking at the drone here. Okay, this one, oh, you know what I'm thinking, maybe, wonder if I should try to run something like Shredder on here. Let's try to run maybe a little bit of a closer range build. I could do that, or even Igniter. Let's try the Igniter build. I could go Shy, or I could also go... Actually, wait, what do I have on here? I could even go Paralysis with something like this. But I don't want to have Paralysis on everything. I'm thinking either Shy or... maybe even Armadillo. You know what? I think maybe actually having a Shy on here might be better. My reasoning is because it's a healing bot. For one, I can heal up all my health, and I might need to stay alive to keep my teammates alive. So I'm gonna go with the Shy on here. what I will do is I'm also going to use a last stand on here. So we're going to have actually a double last stand from the last stand and from the shy. And I'm going to do the same thing for this one here too. So we have that. We're going to put a shy on this thing. I could also use the armadillo on here, but I think... Actually, wait. Maybe I'll... Should I try armadillo? Speed on kill, defense points on kill. Let's try this one on here. Because I have a last stand, so I think that might help. This one I want to use a Kestrel. Ooh, this hangar is like getting a total makeover in terms of the build. Trying not to scroll too fast because just in case I crash or something. Crazy thing is I saw a whole lot of stuff and then my hangar was smoother, but now it seems like it's laggy again. Too many pilots. So we're going to go with this pilot here, which I think is better. The ability duration is increased. Let's see. Change Master Gunsmith. Okay, so we have this one we're going to change for sure. I think for this one I'm going to use the Evora Veyron. I could also do the Mahavajran Vajra, which is another option. So maybe just remind me, guys, because I might actually run that too. Okay, how are we going to do this? I could run 3 Titan Repair Amps or even a damage controller on this thing. But I'm going to try with Grand Balance because this is going to give me more health and also more damage. Actually, wait. If I do... Yep, so you can see here. Okay, we're going to try to see if those changes have improved this lineup. We'll start with Domination mode. We'll play Domination and then we'll switch to Beacon Rush. Just so that we have some gameplay of that. Let's see. We're going to go with this. Lock him down. We're already seeing an improvement. I know you leached onto me. That was a mistake. Okay, so we're noticing an improvement so far with this build. use this one. Guys in my spawn. I'm trying to get all the range out of my lineup, so this guy's doing me a favor. Okay, so we got rid of that. We're gonna drop in with our Mender next. There we go. We need to push center quick. I'm thinking, you know, I might actually possibly push that right. What is that guy in? That's a Curie. You know what? I'm going to stay on this beacon. We got to hold this beacon down. I think I'm going to get attacked by... Well, never mind. By a shell. Ooh. I think I hit him with the orbital strike. Is that last stand kicking in? What the? Wait, did he jump because someone on my team? Okay, so I think I'm going to change the igniter because I'm noticing when I move very quickly, it's hard to aim with that. So we're probably going to run mace on that thing. We need to try to move into a center here. They're actually losing a lot of shoot, I was hoping I could use the execution thing on him. Got him. I'm trying to see if I can maybe push another beacon. We're gonna need more beacons here. You're dead. Woo! That's a huge improvement. These guys get a lot of Shirangas here. I'm not gonna make it. Yeah, there's too many Titans shooting me. Ah. You know what though? Definite improvement. I noticed, especially with that Rook. Massive improvement. So we can take a look actually at how we do here in terms of damage output too. Take a look at that, guys. So we went from going at like, what's it, 4 or 5 million straight to 9 million, almost 10 million with those changes I made. Another one bites. Oh, my Lynx. I'm gonna change. Wait, what was I gonna change? Oh, this build. You know what? I could actually. Almost tempted to try. I'm tempted to try the atomizer on here just to see with like that and the Corker, because it might actually be pretty decent. You don't know that, right? Let's try it. So this is the whole point of the Dream Hangars. And, you know, if you would like a chance to actually be featured in one of these live streams or even a video, when the stream is done, you can post your Dream Hangar. One of the requirements, though, is that I ask you have 5 different robots. Like, I don't want like 5 Raptors or whatever, because no one's really going to benefit from that. So I try to pick hangars where I think, you know, players would really be able to benefit from, you know, when I show changes and stuff. So I'm just reading the chat. Where the wait, what? Something was said in the chat. Guys and Peter are slacking. They're probably busy with work. Guy's got a shield. What is that? Maybe an Erebus? Erebus or a Typhon, perhaps? He actually got me. I'm gonna have a problem here with this because I've got a range build. We gotta get these guys out of our spawn. They're all in this spawn back there. What are you guys doing back there? This guy camping. You need to go. Let me guess, you got all camping bots in your lineup. Okay, so now we're gonna drop in with the Mender. We got rid of that guy with the Hurricanes. Hurricanes very easy to deal with. A lot of players complain about it. The best way is just to attack them if you can. And if you can't attack them, use your cover. So you want to make sure that you're behind cover. Now we just push. I'm just trying to push all the beacons here so they have... Yep. I think he's going to go for that beacon, right? Wait, what? Okay, he's moving. I was like, I thought maybe he lost connection. Why is this guy running away from Amanda? Honestly, it didn't do that bad. I thought it was gonna do far worse. Got him. Maybe not this guy. Uh-oh. Yeah, I don't know about those, I don't know about the corkers. I think I'm gonna change that back to the puncher and maybe mace. I wanted to see how it would perform because those weapons are pretty decent. It depends on the bot and like your build. Oh no, I almost had him. We can get this guy low enough, then I might be able to use the execution thing on him. I'm gonna need to use my Rook actually. Trying to keep those beacons going. I'm gonna have to use an orbital strike here on these two Titans. So let's see if we can try to get them close enough. I hit this guy with one. We need to get beacons here, guys. Holy. Wait, did this guy crash? He crashed. No, wait, he didn't. Change this beacon. I hit him with that orbital strike too, so he's going to get hit by that. Oh, I wanted to go after that loot. Executed the Titan with the Rook. Oh, that was by the beach. That's got to be that bug. Players were telling me about that. I was wondering how that guy died because I was shooting him. I was like, wait. Oh, chosen. Oh, so they actually took my advice? Hey, maybe they're actually listening to me for a change. Hey, guys. Hey, Fabio. Okay, we're gonna change this. I don't like this build. I thought it would actually work, but nope. Definitely not. So we're gonna try shredders. I just wanted something with a fast reload at close range. I think mace is gonna have to do. Or actually, you know what? I would use hazard. The only thing is I got that one other build with hazard, so I'm trying to like mix things up a bit here. This way you don't have a player that's investing in the same weapon. Let's see that. Another option is to use redeemers on this build, but I'm just sticking with what they have. I think this actually might be the optimized, what I have here. Sonic, no, I don't know if I want Sonic. Because I have to get really close. I really don't want to be that close to someone in that bot, because then I'm definitely going down. If I can kind of keep my distance a bit, that's why I have the shredder on there to lock them down if that happens. Ultimate igniter. Well, I'm just going based on they may not have ultimate weapons, so that's why I'm running that. This might be a Typhon or something, right? Why not? Ooh, that's actually doing decent damage. We got a rampage with this. Man, that's a massive improvement. Massive improvement. So we're gonna have a bit of a problem here with this guy. Thing is, he's got the whiteout. What the? Okay, I was not expecting that. I didn't even know what kind of maneuver that was. Godlike. I was not expecting him to jump. Ooh, I must be charged. I must be charged up here. He's taking on that amount of damage. Wow, beyond godlike. Yep. I know there's a guy behind me. I realize that. Oh man, I hit that area too. He was right there. I may end up going down quickly here. They have a Shen low around the corner. He's going to attack me. I don't have a Deaf Survivor skill or anything on this thing. Oh, thank you for doing that. Gave me time to escape. Ooh. So far, so good. I like the changes I've made. Jumping Fenrir, no thanks. We need to push those beacons because I have a Pathfinder with shock trains back there. So if we can run the beacon bar down, we will force him to play more aggressive than he wants to. They got a what's it, a Basaglia there, so I gotta be careful of him. Hit the shock trains. He's almost dead. My teammate, yeah, he got him. Nice. Oh my gosh, that last stand saved me. That last stand totally saved me. Oh! Thank goodness! We locked him down. Must get! Oh, jeez. Jesus. We're burning through a lot of bots here, I noticed. But you know what? Their beacon bar is worse than ours. We just got to keep that pressure on, I think. We have a couple of the Saglias on that end. Are you serious, for real? Oh! He got split in half. Holy jeez, that's a lot of damage to that guy, but he's gonna get me with the bow. I need my ability quick. I need that stealth. If I get it, we can kill him. Got him. He's dead. There's someone over here. What is this guy in? We've only got one beacon. We may want to get our beacons back. Okay, we're gonna get this one, and then we're gonna go down to the bottom, get this one. I'm trying to get as many beacons here to run the other team's beacon bar down. Jesus, 3 vs 4. Really, I should be in my Titan at this point. Can I get close enough to... Oh, shoot. Ooh, we almost got that other player. Okay, we're gonna get that. I'm gonna go through a teleport here because I'm guessing they're gonna push our home at the bottom. Either that or fall back. This guy's gonna come around the corner. Oh, come on! Use PC or iOS? I think for newer players building their hangar, it's better to go iOS or Android because you get ads. So if you have ads, it allows you to, I think, level up faster. PC, you won't have that because of the Steam. They have this rule that games shouldn't have ads. That's why, if you're wondering, how come, it's not Pixonic's fault, by the way. They're just following the requirements of being on Steam. If you're going to be on Steam, then you can't have ads in your game. Okay, so we have 225 viewers, 128 likes. If you guys enjoy these kinds of streams like Dream Hangars, or you like the series, make sure to leave a thumbs up. It helps the channel out, plus it also lets others know about the channel and these live streams. Is Corona decent on Nirvana? I don't know if I would really run Corona weapons because... So the thing is, it's kind of like with Havoc now. It's kind of struggling mostly because once you fire your full salvo, it takes a while. The interval between your shots is a lot longer. That's why I think having something like Mace might perform better. Hi Momentum. Hello from Australia. Got a wallaby. Do you watch rugby? Rugby and cricket, I'm sure you are. Or you do because of being in Australia. Those are kind of big there. In Steam, the resource. Yeah, I think they should adjust things. But then, there's so much cheating and stuff happening on that platform. I'm kind of wondering if that's a good idea. Because then, players are going to find a way to exploit. Maze feels like they do no damage. I would start with the Mender now, but the thing is I got so much range in this lineup, I have to start with range first, unfortunately. I think I kind of blocked my view there. I did lock a couple of them down. Got a kill. Yep, I'm gonna die here. I have to get onto this beacon to defend. This guy's gonna kill me. Or actually, wait, maybe not. My teammate, wait, what? How did he hit him? Forget I said that. Oh look, we've got a hacker. I'm thinking of actually leaving this game. Usually when I see a hacker, they just waste my time. What is that guy's name? He's obviously cheating, this guy here. You know what they say about those that hack? Because they don't know how to play the game. They're terrible. guy's definitely hacking though. That angler's definitely hacking. He's cheating. What the heck is floating? I don't know why my team is bothering to even chase him. Get the beacons in the game, guys. You're wasting your time with him. Think smarter than that. Can't win with skill. Actually, they don't even know what skill is. Those that cheat, they don't even know what skill is. Yeah, the same thing goes like when I play Fortnite. I watch those that cheat. Those guys are so terrible and they still lose. They have no idea what skill is. They couldn't use skill to save their life. I'm gonna move forward. Yeah, we just need to push, get those beacons in the game. This guy's almost dead. He almost died, and he's cheating. Yeah, use your ability. Let me guess, you're gonna float around too? You already lost half your health. Guy's gonna kill me here. Get that beacon. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. And he lost his Titan too. We need to push this side. Get those beacons, guys. We've got that beacon. Oh, he's still hitting me. No. Oh, I was hoping I could get that beacon at the bottom. We're gonna get into a center here, so we'll have this beacon forecapped. You can hack all you want. Guess what? It didn't work. Like I said, those that cheat and hack, they have no skill. They still lose. Yep, his builds explain everything. That's why he struggles. That's seriously embarrassing. Most of those that hack, they don't even know how to play the game. They have no clue what skill is. You would throw them into like a Hangar X tournament, I can almost guarantee they will come dead last. They would need to hack in order to even come close to making it near the top. I'm gonna try to see if I can lock this guy down. I think he's going around the corner there. Lock them all down. 3 of them. I just wanted to lock them down so that they didn't get to this side of the map, because if they got here with all their tanks, they could have gotten the beacon. My problem right now is that I'm gonna have to lock. They have a guy back there with this guy here. Wait, where is my team actually? Why is my team all the way back there? Try to hit this guy. Aaliyah, what the? This guy's gonna kill me here. Ooh. Four days you're seeing archer hackers. There's a lot of hackers in here. What I should do is actually, and I know Pixonic won't like this, but this would maybe bring more awareness. If I see a hacker during a live stream, I just leave the game. And if they don't want me to leave the game, then they gotta fix the hacking problem. Sounds fair, right? Ooh. I just realized we only have 4 players. I guess my team is quitting now too. Ooh, we do not have any beacons. Is Hawk still playable? I would not level up a Hawk. If you're talking flying robots, this is weird, but I would actually recommend a Fafnir, although I wouldn't use it in the sense of it like flying. I would actually build a Daredevil version. Yeah, well, we're gonna get this beacon at least. That should buy my team some time to move forward a bit. Gonna move into that. I think having the last stand on this Fenrir is actually helping a lot, because I notice in my engagements it does make a difference. Wasn't that the camper? Yep, there's always a way to get rid of them. Huh. I was trying to put my back towards that pillar thing there. guy's gonna break through my shield here.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. How are we surviving this long? We were short-handed. We've only had 4 guys on our team, and they had like 5 or 6. I didn't kill that guy. You know what? Props to my team for actually dropping in like this, because technically speaking, the game should have been over a long time ago. Whoa! Oh, he gives me time to do. I'm actually flying backwards. Oh, hi. Run. Oh man, I'm not gonna have enough time to get to him. Ah. I still think we did pretty good. Continues to cheat or hack. Well, they will say because it's pay to win, but you know, like I say, like if they've spent money and they have the upgraded stuff and they still cheat, it's because they can't compete at that level. So they have to cheat in order to actually stand a chance of winning, because they realize that they actually need skill, even with all the max level stuff, because now they're going up against players that, you know, are not only max, but they actually understand the game and they know how to play it. And they can't compete with those players because they just don't get the game. Because they in their mind, the game's pay to win, so they need all the meta in order to win. But even when they have all that, they still lose. Well, why do you think they lose? It's because they don't understand the game. They don't understand it at the highest level. That's why they need a cheat in order to win. That's why. Okay, so that is going to be the last game, guys, but let me just go back here. So, by the way, thank you, Zuming, for your Dream Hangar. I'm actually kind of hoping that you take some of these tips, because I think it can really, really help, you know, your hangar overall. So one of the things, well, there's a couple of things that I should probably mention. When I was looking at your hangar, you got to be careful of running too much range. And as I said, you got to be careful too. Like if you're going to run the Siren, don't run the Seraph. You know, if you're going to run one, don't run the other. Having 2 in your hangar, or having an Aphian, for example, too many flying bots. Just stick with one, go with the one that you enjoy playing, and you can always substitute them. Like, for example, let's just say you had, I don't know, Revenant here instead of the Siren. You could run the Seraph, see how you like it. If you don't like it, try the Siren, and then, you know, base it on that kind of comparison. That's what I would do. The other builds that you had, let's see. Yeah, you want to really play the strength of your bots too. So, for example, you had the Glacier and Rhyme on the Siren. I would go with the Bendy Bullets for that. The Mender, you had Cremola and Razdor. I would go with something like the Puncher and the Mace. Or not the Puncher, the Shredder and the Mace. So I think that works a lot better. Your Rook, yeah, your Rook had range. The change, I just changed the weapons to close range, and you could see a massive difference in the outcome. Yeah, so that's what I would do. You always want to watch. You got to make sure that you don't have too much range, and then you got to make sure also that you have more tanks, because as you start climbing and you're getting to like Master League, and then especially Champion League, if you don't have any tanks, you're just going to get steamrolled. There's no other way to put it. And it's not about having max equipment. It's not about having meta. You know, even if I had low level stuff, if it was MK1 level 9, for example, I would still lean towards tanks because I'd rather have that in my hangar than go the other route. But this is pretty much what we have. Actually, wait, let me just do this instead. Okay, so we've ended up with the Lynx with Devastator. We have this combo here. I mean, you don't really need Unstable Conduit. You could use Phase Shift. You could use Advanced Repair. I would go with this pilot instead of the one that you have. And you know, the reason why I show things at max level, in case you guys are wondering, you know, in this case, Zuming had the other pilot, the Levi one. This pilot is better. So knowing that, you will stop putting resources into the pilot that's worse and put it into the one that's better. So I've just saved you a lot of resources that way. This one here, you might have an Armadillo, and I think you had a Kestrel on you. Yeah, you had a Kestrel. So again, like, you know, just knowing these things, you actually end up streamlining your build process. So you know exactly what to go for in terms of like the pilot skills, the modules, and you don't mess around and waste time and, you know, your resources on stuff that's just not gonna work. Okay, so you got like the Siren here with the Glacier Rime. Well, you saw how it performed at max level. It was terrible. So this is what you want to go with. Hey, Cole. Yeah, that was a massive transformation. When I made the first, like, that change, that came after. I mean, you can't even compete with just the damage alone by changing the weapons. For example, my damage doubled. I think the biggest, I'm just wondering, the biggest changes that I saw was to the Siren and to the Rook. Those two. It was like night and day difference. With Quantum? No, I wouldn't use the Quantum thing because it's very specific. So the reason why it's probably amazing now is because we're in a meta with like a lot of stealth. But what happens when that meta changes? You know what I mean? So it's better to actually invest in this pilot here because this affects the duration, like the duration of the Lynx's ability. Yeah, so that's why I would rather have this one here. And in the event that they do nerf the Lynx, because I think they did that with the Arachi. Remember, they changed the duration of the ability. So the pilot, I think it was the Ghost one or one of them, was actually it was better because it allowed your ability to last for a little bit longer. And in that case, if you had the Quantum Radar, it would be shorter. So I think I would still lean towards this pilot. Oh, you know what I didn't do is I didn't try it out with the Vajra and the Mahavajra. But I think the Mahavajra and the Vajra would work too. You could also, if you wanted more damage, you could use another Onslaught here instead. Or you could even go Damage Controller. That might be another option. I think I used to run 3 Titan Repair Amps, but because they changed the Titan Repair Amps, I don't think 3 makes sense anymore. So I think Damage Controller, I just tried the Grand Balance because I wanted to see if it would make a difference, having that extra damage. What am I for? Like the main, the main pilot skills? Pilot skills for the Lynx, like if I had to choose. Definitely Armor Expert, definitely Roadhog. And I think what I would do is actually go with the Stubborn Warrior just to give you more resistance. I would say Armor Expert, Roadhog, Stubborn Warrior, and I think it's going to depend. You could like if you're low on like power cells, having something like Mechanic. I think this might even have a Wonder Worker, right? Mechanic or like a Wonder Worker would do well if you don't have that much power cells. We don't have, or wait, maybe it's because I got this skill. Yeah, certain skills will deactivate. Yeah, if not, I would just go like with Mechanic if you want Another option is Quartermaster, which will reduce your cost. Sometimes, I may consider something like this depending on how many power cells I have. Sharpshooter necessary for... I would for this particular build, I would, yeah. Because the thing is, you're moving very quickly. And you got to remember you're working with a 200 meter range, right? So these weapons have 200 meter range. I know some players will be like, well, maybe Master... I guess you could go Master Gunsmith. The thing is, when you're moving very quickly, I rather have these weapons really focused. That way it ensures that I can get players on the outer ranges. Like we're looking at 150, 200 meters. If that makes sense. Is it worth it to switch the Scarrows with the Archo? I think so. If we're talking about max, if both of them were maxed out, the Archo has more. It's more versatile right now because you can get beacons, but it's also a tank. It's also a really good counter to Raptor. So if Raptor jumps at you, you can at least push him back. Whereas if you're in a Scarrows, well, you're probably just gonna sit there on the beacon and take damage. You can't really attack because if you do, then unless of course you got a whiteout drone, then that might be another option. But I think the Archo is definitely strong. But I think, weren't there rumors that they were gonna be, or they're testing like a possible nerf? If there's not, then ignore that. But if they are, I would like to know how that would affect the Archer, because the Archer is actually quite strong right now. A lot of players think that it's garbage because it was nerfed. But if we had to rank the Archer, not including the ultimate robots, it would be in the top 5. And that's very high. Like a lot of players, sometimes what they do is they run the Archer with the Tesla weapons straight out the gate. When the game starts, they will push the beacon, and then also they can charge up their Titan bar quicker because they're pushing beacons, but they're also getting a lot of damage with that build. So you'll often see strong players, like the top players, they will run the Archer with Tesla. So they'll get like their beacon, then they'll push another home beacon or the center beacon, right? And that will charge up their Titan bar because they're capping beacons so quickly. And if they're playing aggressively, if their opponent isn't experienced, they're more likely to back away. So they're giving up positioning on the map too. Your Archer build is extremely... What are you running on it? The damper on your... that can work on the Archer, although I think I would rather use a Tamer over the damper, because then that way you can at least do, like, you can use Mace. Like, so 2 Mace, 1 Cudgel, and a Tamer, I think would be stronger than the one you have. Sonic takes time to charge. Yeah, yep. So, like, another option that you could do if you don't like... Well, if you have other weapons, I should say, Redeemers work really good. Now, one thing I like about Redeemers, especially if you're running a lower level Lynx, it allows you to kind of keep your distance because of the 350 meter range. You could also try Puncher. I did try Mace at the lower levels, like on the baby account. Kind of funny, actually. I was comparing the Mace to the Puncher, and I think I preferred the Puncher, but I think I settled on the Redeemer out of all 3, because at the lower level I think the Redeemer performs better than all 3. Now if you were to max them out, then I think I might possibly lean towards the Puncher, simply because it has fast reload, but also because of the lockdown effect. Now the lockdown could be important because if a player is going to, like, your beacon, you can lock them down before they get there. Subduers, yeah, subduers work. I just didn't include that because I think the subduer is going to get a nerf. They didn't tell me this or anything, but I just, like, following the trend of the Damp and the Tamer, I can see that happening. So I just want to give players, like, other options. Because they may have those weapons lying around and it might be actually really good. Like in the case of Redeemer, for example, it's very good on the Lynx. especially if you have a lower level. If you have a lower level Lynx, like I do on the baby account, generally it does really well. Although I might want to consider running unstable conduit now because there's just so many shields. The thing is, I don't want to run it just generally because of how many power cells. You know, if I'm using that too frequently, I will burn through my power cells very quickly. MB, I'm not doing hangar reviews. I tend to do hangar reviews more for my members now, my paid members. I used to do that for free before, but there was just a lot of toxic comments. Especially from the ones, you know, if I didn't choose their hangar, they got really, really toxic and a lot of hatred towards me. So I stopped it completely, and I'm like, okay, well, it's only for our members now. So yeah. But if you have a hangar that, you know, if you want to, for a chance, I guess, to be featured in one of these live streams or like video, when the stream is done, you can always post your hangar, and you know, who knows, it might be chosen. But this is why I actually prefer like doing live streams for this particular series, because I think players need to see things like unedited, like uncut. Because when I say these things, you know, they think, well, obviously it's going to look that way because you cherry pick. Well, the thing is, with a live stream, you guys are going to see it live. There is no cherry picking. So when I say something's not going to work, you are more likely going to see it in the games. And you definitely saw that, like in the first couple of games, you know, the weakness. And I didn't need to play the game because I just know, like, the builds. You know, I've played with those weapons before, and I can tell when something's just not going to work. The frag shotguns, I'm not really a fan of them because of the way that they fire. They fire really slow. I think I did try it out on... Didn't I try it on Daredevil Favnia? I think it was that one. It did decent for that, but it's a very specific build. Scourge. You're talking about the ultimate Scourge or like the regular? Have I tried the ultimate Calamity? No, not that particular build. I might need to keep that in mind. It might actually work a lot better than, say, this build here. But, I mean, we're talking about an ultimate weapon. I always hesitate when it comes to, like, ultimate weapons because not many have them. So, yeah. The ultimate Scourge on the Pathfinder. I'll have to make a note of that. If you don't see it in my videos, then you can always post it in the comment section just so that I catch that again as a reminder. There's a lot going on. So the reason why also I had to do a live stream today is because I didn't have time to do a video for like Dream Hangars for today. Yesterday was my birthday, so I wasn't able to spend that extra time. But also I have to choose the winners for the Inferno. So the Inferno winners are going to be announced tomorrow. And then I also plan on doing a giveaway live stream tomorrow. So there's going to be another one. I have to try to keep it going because I have so many and I've got to get rid of those prizes. The ultimate Seraph. I still want an ultimate Mercury. Do I think more than one beacon turner? That's a weird question. Because the thing is, you're asking me like a beacon runner. I would not run multiple, like, I would not like, for example, I wouldn't run like a Strider, Hellburner, Skyrose all together. Like, if you can try to, if you're going to use like an Ocho, for example, an Ocho is a tank and it can be a beacon runner. So if you can combine your tanks with like speed, that is the way to go. Thanks, Raven. Thanks, thanks, Weihao. Thanks, guys. Yeah, it was my birthday. It was my birthday yesterday. Thanks, guys. Okay, so I think that's gonna be it for the Dream Hangars. So once again, let me just show Zuming's comment here, just so that you guys know why I was running this hangar. I know it seems odd and it's not that strong, but trust me, earlier in the stream, the first couple of games was even worse. But we've optimized it. So if I was Zooming, I would definitely take note of like the builds, you know, make those adjustments, because if you're investing your resources into the wrong combos and stuff for your bots, that's a lot of silver, time, gold, you know, any kind of like platinum, for example, because the weapons I see there, a lot of that is being like wasted. It could be streamlined, you know. Oh, thank you, Dustin, for becoming a member. I'm not sure if you're on my Discord, but if you are, you can always ping me afterwards and I can add you to the VIP. There is going to be a member stream tomorrow. I'm just trying to think what I was going to do. I think I might do baby account gameplay tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow, for Saturday. Is it going to be a special hangout? I'm not sure about that yet. Someone was saying that I should do like the giveaway idea, but the thing is, it's only going to be one, maybe possibly two then, which I don't know how I would do that. Unless I combine it with like an actual giveaway. I guess I could do that too. Thank you, Don. Rebalance. I would say when it comes to rebalancing, at least every 6 months there should be. But you also don't want to rebalance too quickly, because sometimes, you know, players, they complain about certain builds or bots. But it's more, they're saying it because they're reacting to something that's new to the game and they haven't figured out how to counter it yet. Usually there's going to be a period where it might take some time for the players to learn how to counter something. And once they do, all of a sudden that bot feels a lot weaker. Now, if they had gone and they had nerfed it like the players wanted, that would have been the incorrect move. It would have been wrong, because the bot may actually have been weak. There was a really good counter that players didn't find it out. You know, they didn't discover it yet. So I think, I'm just thinking, like, it depends on how much new content comes to the game. Like this game, obviously there's going to be new content, also because it's a mobile game. But I would say they should be, when it comes to rebalancing, I would say every 4 to 6 months, I think. I wouldn't go below that, because if you're going to have it too frequently, you're going to create more problems. Because there's going to be, I'm pretty sure you'll end up with builds where they're going to, you know, basically super builds, because you're trying to react too soon to something that you have to give players time to adapt. So I would say between 4 and 6 months. And you don't want to wait too long either, because that will also create problems. It's a very, very fine line, I think, when it comes to rebalancing. So, like, for example, like right now, if I was looking at like rebalancing, so maybe the magnetic weapons are a little bit too strong. The Raptor I still find too strong. Like, I think the cooldown between the abilities is a little bit too short, and I think the ability time is a little bit too long. So that's something that I would look at. I know a lot were saying the Bisaglia. I don't think I would actually change like a nerf to the Bisaglia, to be honest. It's a very quirky Titan, and out of the times that I've run into it, most times it ends up going down very quickly. So I don't think I would nerf that. Baglio does seem actually quite strong. We just don't see many of them on the field. I think maybe players just don't like that style of play, perhaps, or they just haven't won it yet. So once all your charges are used up, you do teleport back, or you blink back to your original. Oh, thank you, Cole. Thank you so much for the 10 membership gifts. So those of you who got membership gifts, make sure to thank Cole in the chat. And also, if you are new to being a member, if you're on my Discord, make sure that you ping me, because I can add you to the VIP. So you guys will have access to the live stream, the baby account live stream that's going to be happening this weekend. I got to remember because I was going to do actually hangar reviews, but so what I do is I kind of space it out. Like if I do hangar reviews 1 week, it's not going to be the same the next week. Then it might be like baby account gameplay, you know, some gameplay that I don't typically live stream for everyone. We did the Indra squad last weekend. The bow must be... No, I wouldn't do that. You see, this is the thing. Players they're reacting too soon because you might need that to counter the mauler. And the mauler is going to be... That's going to be a problem. So you're going to need that actually to be strong to counter that. Because if you don't have a counter, when the mauler comes to the game, it's just going to dominate everything. And you're not going to have counters to it. So you've got to be very careful of doing that. Yeah, I would not touch the Bisaglia at all. If anything, I wouldn't touch it. Wait until the mauler comes into the game and then see how things play out. I think that's what I would do. The IPO is a bit on the strong side, but again, I don't know how that's going to be affected when the mauler comes, because my guess is the mauler is going to kill it. But there needs to be a counter to the mauler, and if you take away those counters, you're going to be in a lot of trouble, because then you're going to have even more problems, because then everyone's going to be running mauler because nothing can kill it. Yeah, so just remember, if you nerf the Bisaglia, you're actually shooting yourself in the foot, because now you're taking away one of the main counters to the mauler. Now imagine if you had the mauler the way that it is now, that might be a really good counter to... Or, you know, if you had the Bisaglia the way that is now, it might be a really good counter to the mauler when that comes. But yeah, I would not nerf it. Not at this point. I think it would be way too early. I would like to know how things play out. I wouldn't, even though the IFL seems really strong now, I don't think I would touch it either. To be honest, I wouldn't touch the IFL, and I wouldn't touch the Bisaglia, because you might need that to counter the mauler. Gonna maul everything. Well, maybe not, you know, maybe not, because sometimes things appear really strong on the test server, and then when it comes to the live server, it's a flop. It's happened many times. Remember, like when we tested, I know this is a robot, but the Blitz, I always remember the Blitz, because when we tested it, it was bugged, and then everyone got so dramatic about it, like how this is gonna break the game. When it came to the game, like on the live server, the players who had it would run it, and then they would just shelve it because it just wasn't strong enough. It actually took, I think it was like 2 or 3 buffs. Like Pixonic had to buff it multiple times, and still players weren't using it. It took, I think, about 6 months for the Blitz to actually be played by players, because it was dying so fast. And I think it was the Clive Vicious pilot that changed everything. But yeah, man, that's a classic example of why... Yeah, why, you know, sometimes it might look strong on the test server, then when it comes to the live server, it's just complete opposite. Actually, even the Sirius, you guys remember the Sirius Titan, how it was just healing up through everything and you couldn't kill it? Look at what happened with that thing when it came to the live server. Man, that was a total flop. Even now, I mean, you might see some players run it every now and then, but for the most part, you could play like, I don't know, 10 games, and you'll be lucky to spot one in those 10 games. So it went from being overpowered, being able to heal up 100%, to being a complete dud that gets wiped out once it drops in. I'm just saying, you got to be careful of, you know, we might be building up this expectation that it's going to wipe everything. When it comes to the game, it's a complete flop. Actually, even Bedvia, you know, I thought Bedvia was going to dominate, but we hardly even see that because the IFO just killed it. You know, being able to shoot above the shield. The test server was insane. Yeah, but even the Bedvia. Remember the Bedvia? How many Bedvias do you see? I mean, you see every now and then, but not like we do IFOs. Or even, dude, we see more Indras than Bedvias now. But I'm just saying, you gotta, you know... take the test server with a grain of salt, because it's what you see isn't always what happens. That's why I don't get dramatic about it. I don't overreact to those things. because I know how this game, when you've been playing this game for as long as I have, it you kind of learn what to go with. Bedware's alright, yeah, but the Indra can kill it. It was very strong on the test server, don't get me wrong, but it's just, you got to remember too, when you're playing on the test server, most of the players there aren't very experienced. They just want to play because they want to try out different stuff, which I get, to help their hangers. But there's one thing too, like, so you could have access to all of it, and they probably do, but I can almost guarantee that if they're using that to try to build a stronger build, if you don't understand, even having access to all of that stuff's not going to help. Because you need to understand like the basics of how to make a bot strong, and it's not clear cut. It's not like A plus B equals C. Sometimes, A will change, which means, you can't add whatever's like B variable to give you C. It doesn't work as simple as that. But it's hard to explain these things, like, because if I had to strengthen a build and just changing out the weapons. So for example, if I just changed out these weapons, depending on what the weapons is, it could change my module configuration and my drone. Maybe even possibly my pilot skills. So this is strong for this build, but if I change the weapons, everything could change. There's a lot of moving parts to it. Okay, so I think that's going to be it, guys. Before I get going, thank you very much to Dark Warrior, Lone, Dominic, Kind, Dies, Peter, and Cold for helping to moderate today's live stream chat. Much appreciated. If they have YouTube channels, I know Cold has a YouTube channel, but I'm not sure if she's planning on posting. This is more for Fortnite because she plays Fortnite now. So sometimes she live streams. No pressure, Cold. Now you got to live stream more frequently because everyone's like, oh, Fortnite, huh? But yeah, they have, or Cold has, and Brian or Dark Warrior has a YouTube channel too. He's been streaming. What does he stream on? Oh, sometimes Fortnite. I think maybe PUBG. I don't know. Different games. And also thank you very much to Dustin for becoming a member, and also Cold once again for the 10 membership gifts. Much appreciated. And once again, if they have YouTube channels, I'm not sure if Dustin has one. Already mentioned Cold. Make sure to check them out. And also, thank you to Zuming for your Dream Hangar. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay of it today, and you got to learn, basically how to strengthen your hangar. Hopefully, you have a couple of those things. Let me just go back to their comment. And also, guys, if you would like a chance to be featured in a Dream Hangars, either video or live stream, make sure to post your Dream Hangar in the comment section once the stream is done. And who knows, it might appear in episode 200. I'm not sure if I'm going to make that like a special thing or like what's going to happen. But man, 200 episodes. That's kind of crazy. I didn't think this series would be that popular. And we're pretty much still going strong too. Yeah, so make sure to post it. I do have requirements, like you got to have 5 different robots. You can't have like five raptors. Thanks, Daniel. Next, what's next week? Okay, so I think that's going to be it. Once again, tomorrow, the winners, actually, it might even be announced today. I'm going to be picking the winners for the Inferno giveaway. So I need to get that done. And I'm hoping tomorrow there will be a giveaway live stream. So there's going to be a giveaway for something else. I've got to get those giveaways rolling because I have a lot of prizes to give away. And otherwise, it's going to go to waste. And I would like to at least send that out to players that are less fortunate. Okay, so I think that should be it. So if you are new to the channel and or even my live streams, I hope you enjoyed today's live stream featuring Dream Hangars. If you did, make sure to leave a thumbs up. It helps the channel out. It is free. And definitely consider subscribing if you haven't already. And with that said, thank you guys for watching. Stay safe. And until the next live stream, which is going to be tomorrow, I will catch you guys later. Cheers, guys.